Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, it's the else the A you already know. So this is my first YouTube video as a married woman. As you can see, I have 2 rings now, not one anymore. I'm married and I decided to do a video to answer most of the questions that you guys have been asking me on my social media pages or on my WhatsApp. Some of you who know me on Instagram, on Facebook, have been asking me a couple of questions. So I decided to do this video to answer some of them with my husband as well. So I'm grateful to God that he's here today. So we get to see him and we get to hear from him, and you guys are going to pretty much know what we have been up to or where we have been from and where we are going to, just a little bit of who we are, so that you get to know the couple not only on picture but equally from our mouths. Maybe on the wedding day we didn't have a lot to say about ourselves or how we met, but this video is going to pretty much explain to you who we are, how we met, what happened, and so many other things. So I'm going to be inviting my husband to come and let's talk. I'll be answering just a few questions, so don't get mad. Okay, so the first thing is to say hi. You say hi to the camera as well.
Hi to the camera.
No, babe! Okay, so the first question is going to be how we met, like how we got to know each other, how we met. So babe is going to answer that, and then I'll answer the second one. I'm trying to run away from that question, it's too broad.
Okay, we met at high school. That was in GBHS Bamenda, to be precise. So I was in lower seats and she was in Form 4. Yeah. And anyway, she was a friend to my younger sister, so that's where I knew her. She was, they usually come see me during breaks, and I would just say hi to them and just do like a big bro stuff, you know. Then I remember after some time she came visiting at my aunt's place. At that time my aunt was sick, so she came by, and then that's when we started talking, but nothing intimate or whatever.
You sure?
No. We just had like a friendly talk, a brother-sister talk, you know.
So I got to know him pretty much from his younger sister, who was my classmate and my friend then. I just knew him like my friend's elder brother, nothing more, as he said, nothing more, guys.
Yeah, nothing more.
Nothing more. We didn't do nothing. We were not dating, and he was not asking me out. That was about 8 years ago, and no, that's more than 8 years ago. That's more than 8 years ago. So if we have to count the years that we have known each other, that's 8 years that we have known each other as very close friends. Yeah. But before then, we knew each other as my friend's elder brother. You know, I used to respect him like my friend's elder brother. I didn't used to go near him because he had a very, very nosy attitude. Like, he used to just carry his face all over. When I go to my friend's house, and you know, we're junior students, so when you go to your friend's house and his elder brother is there, you just have to try and comport yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was always doing big brother stuff, and you know, he was the girls guy in school, girls, so I did not like him.
Why would you say that?
Because you were the girls guy. You used to put on clean shirts, clean uniforms, and girls were just all over him. He was Mr. Campos celebrity, you know, girls just liked him, so I was always just furious, like, what does that guy have? Please. So I never knew that.
Are you sure you didn't have anything at the back of your mind?
I didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing, babe. I was not crushing on him. No, I didn't like girls. I didn't like guys that girls used to rush over. I liked the quiet type, the guys that were somehow reserved. But he was reserved, but girls just used to over talk about him, you know. Valerie, yeah. So here we are today and we are married. So, okay, we got to begin dating, I think that was in 2016 year end, or say 2017 beginning, if we want to really count.
Yeah, 2016 year end, to be precise. That was in November.
Yeah, that was in November. November 2016. So we have officially been dating for 3 years. 16, 17, 18, yeah, for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, I guess.
No, 16 was year end already, so we don't count that as a whole year. So
Okay.
2 years and a few months.
Okay, let's say we've been dating for 2 years and a couple of months. 2 years and a few months. and then we got engaged in January. If you want to watch the engagement, I'm going to put up the link and for you guys to watch. So we got engaged in January, around the ending of January, and then we got married last 2 weeks. That's 12th of January. So it's actually a year after our engagement that we got married. It took us a year to host the wedding, guys. It took us a year to prepare for a wedding. So that first question was really very broad. I guess we have exploited all the ends of it. Okay, the second question is, when did we start dating, or when did Mr. Valerie here caught me? And I'm going to answer that question because he might forget. I want to say the truth and nothing but the truth. Right. Okay, so my husband first approached me when I had just passed my advanced level and I was going to the university. That was when he approached me and he told me what he felt about me. That was the holiday period, and we're pretty much not doing anything at that time, so he got all the time, all the space to tell me all the juicy things that I wanted to hear. But guys, that didn't move me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babe. It didn't move me then because I just had a couple of things.
You still owe me, you know that.
I owe you, babe. I'm going to pay it.
All those time I spent running after you and still.
Yeah, but we ended up together, so you had a game.
You made it really difficult for me.
I didn't make it difficult for you. We're kids there.
Alright
then. Okay, guys, so that is when he actually asked me out, but unfortunately we didn't start dating. We didn't start dating then, but we became close friends, and we spoke several times a day, probably, or in a week. We got to see each other often. In 2016, he had traveled to Dubai back then when I went to university. My first year when I started university, he went to hustle, and
yeah, I went to hustle. I went to make money.
Make money and come back and fool me home, guys. Okay, in 2016, he came back for his first ever vacation after 3 years, and then we got to meet. I don't know, but when he was coming back, he didn't tell me. I was at work, and then he just called me and said, okay, I want to see you and let's talk. So I don't know what was on his mind. Probably he was sharing another video what was in his mind when he was calling me there. But I just went to see him because he was a friend and I missed him and I've not seen him for a long time. So I went to see him and let's talk. And then we spoke and we were fine. We didn't say nothing about dating. And then later on, we started catching feelings. And
at this time, I think you started catching feelings.
Oh yeah. I didn't start catching feelings. We started catching feelings at the same time, babe.
Okay.
At this time, we started catching feelings. I'm not taking it on myself because I didn't catch feelings on my own if he didn't make me to catch feelings.
What did I do?
What did I equally do?
Okay. Let's ride on that.
Okay, so at this time, we started catching feelings, but we didn't start dating. And then he left, he went back. And he wrote me one day and told me that he had still felt what he used to feel for me.
Yeah.
And he babe. And he thought that we should start a relationship. At that point, I didn't even take up to 5 minutes to reply his message because I knew that I didn't have to think about anything. Since I met him again, I felt the connection between myself and him, and I felt that the relationship was actually the right thing to do at that time. So here we are today. The relationship worked.
Now we are Mr.
and Mrs. Ntali. Okay guys, so that is it for the second question. It was really very elaborate. The third question is, how did you guys get to tell your parents and what was their reaction? So we will start with Babe and then I will say my own part of the story because mine was pretty much complicated.
Well, As for me, I'm an easygoing person, so I know how to talk to people, especially when it comes to talking things about my relationship to my parents. So I took that bold step. I spoke to my mom about it, and then I told her who the girl was, and that's it. She said,
Guys, he sent me to his mom without being there. I had to go face his mom on my own.
of course, you need to be ready. You need to face my mom.
Okay, so that was pretty much it for him. He had it smooth. He's the man. For me, it wasn't easy. For my other sisters who had known him before, they took it very well. They were very happy because they had gotten to know him about 5 years ago. They got to see him, they got to know him, so they were sure that he's a good guy. But for my elder brother who had never seen him before or never heard of him, I know he's going to watch this video. His name is Thompson. He gave us hell. He was so pissed with me because, okay, it was my fault because he's my elder brother and I hold him in so high esteem, but I didn't tell him about my relationship with my fiance or with my husband now. So it just came to him like a blow. I just came to him one morning and I wrote him an SMS. I was like, okay, Bratom, I am engaged. And he didn't even know that I had a relationship. And then he just sat this morning and I just sent him a message that I was, so it was really embarrassing to him. He got so furious, he got so mad, I got so scared that he might refuse. And the second person was my dad as well. I had to plead for my elder sister in the US to go visit my dad and tell him that I'm engaged and that I'm going to get married to a guy who is not from my village.
Yeah, that was tough. It wasn't easy convincing him.
It wasn't at all. So he didn't have to prove anything because my dad didn't know him, but my dad just wanted to know if I had taken the right decision about the man that I wanted to get married to. And he pretty much found out after a while that this is the person that I wanted to spend my life with. And so he gave his go ahead and then we started things, and again, here we are today.
Yeah.
Alright, fourth question is, who is the most easygoing person between you both?
You? Yeah. She's the one.
Okay, babe says that I'm the one.
I give her the credit for that.
Babe says I'm the most easygoing person. Okay. The fifth question is, how can you grade your first week in marriage?
I'll give it 100.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll as well give it 100.
I'll give it 100.
And we still have forever to go, babe. So we have had an amazing 2 weeks as husband and wife, and in fact it is overwhelming. You need to get married. If you're not yet married, it's actually a very beautiful thing. I would still feel this way even 20 years after, because I got married to my friend, I got married to my elder brother, and I got married and I got married to my crush. So we are not going to change, God willing. We are going to, yeah, we're going to stay this way. Alright, so the last question is, which advice do you give to other people who are wishing to take the step that you guys have taken?
My advice to anyone out there who is like looking up to having a life partner, like someone they want to be with the rest of their lives, is just for them to giving their all, you know. There is nothing more important than having a team that you know you can always count on the other person. So for me, it's all about trust, your heart, and that's it. The rest, God can work it out for you guys.
Yeah, babe has said almost all of it. I'm just going to add into it. I'm equally going to add the fact that don't envy any other person's relationship. There is nothing like a relationship goals, guys. There's nothing like that. No. If you admire both of us, like you like our relationship, you you like Valda, you like the way we go about our stuff. I will be very candid to tell you guys that it is never always this sugar that you see. Sometimes we have it. Sometimes we have the worst periods of our lives. Sometimes we quarrel. Sometimes we have bad times. We argue, but we have found that comfort zone that brings us together whenever we have that misunderstanding, and that is the word of God, that is Christ, and that is prayers. So I would still repeat this very point, that don't envy another person's relationship. There is nothing like relationship goals. Nobody is living that perfect life that you see out there on YouTube, on Instagram. Those are couples who show you and who want you to see what they are experiencing.
That's just branding.
That's branding, babe. Yeah. That's branding. But it's not totally sugar all the time. Secondly, I'm going to advise you to be patient. If you've not yet had a relationship, you should be patient and you should wait on God. You should not pick the wrong person, or you should not rush into a relationship because you want to equally get married, or you want to equally have an event, or you want to equally, have goals or relationship goals or a partner to show off. You should actually take your time, get to know that person, and then be sure that you've gotten married to your soulmate when you're married to. Because I have known this gentleman here for say 12 years, and if there was something about him that he wanted to hide, he should have already shown me during those periods when we were not dating. Amazingly, we knew each other's relationship when we both were not dating. So if he had anything to hide, I should have found out then. If I had anything to hide, he should have found out then. That was the time that we got to know each other as friends. So first of all, get to know your partner as a best friend, as a close friend. Leave your relationship to God. Pray about it. And God is going to work out everything for you. So I hope that this small video that I pulled my husband today to sit here and talk has helped you and has cheered up your day. You was having a bad day, it has cheered up your day. Is having a bad relationship, it has given you hope for the future. I hope that you watching, you who is thinking of getting married, it has made you to want to get married more and to not give up on that person that you want to get married to. So I'm Imelda, this is Valerie, and together we are Talis. We are going to be bringing you many other videos if Babe accepts to do videos with me.
How much will you pay me for videos?
He's asking how much I'll pay him for videos.
Sorry.
Oh God. So probably if Babe is still around, we are going to get to do other videos, maybe to inspire you or maybe to motivate you for any time that we have the chance to. But without that, I'm going to always do my makeup videos, my tutorials, my lifestyle videos, I'll vlog on so many other things. Yeah, so that is basically all what we had for you guys.
Thank you. Stay blessed.
What do you say at the end of the video, babe? What do you say at the end of the video?
Thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed.
No, that's not all. Subscribe to my channel, babe. They have to subscribe. Okay, so Babe has tried. He has tried to master my closing words. So guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you're blessed. Remember to like this video.
Remember to like this video,
subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to share the video if you liked it. We love you guys. Stay positive.
Stay positive.